Robin Frazier, a two-term county official in Maryland, isn't shy about her Christian faith. It's what almost landed this granddaughter of a Methodist minister on the wrong side of the law earlier this year.
Thinking of what Jesus did for me on the cross, I would not say his name because I might go to jail. I don't think so. I mean, I just couldn't do that.
Robin Frazier calls Carroll County home. It's a place she grew up. Similarly, she's no stranger to politics. She's worked for the local county and the state of Maryland. But it was her second stint as a county commissioner that got her caught up in controversy.
A prayer showdown in Carroll County.
Public prayer takes center stage in Carroll County.
Praying or preaching? That's the subject of a federal lawsuit that has called into question prayers offered by Carroll County commissioners at their board meeting.
Frazier made waves when she defied a federal judge's order that banned commissioners from opening their meetings with prayers to Jesus, which they had done since being sworn in.
I think that that is an infringement on my First Amendment rights of free speech and free religion. And I think it's a wrong ruling, but out of respect for my colleagues, I'm not sure how strongly they feel about it. I'm willing to go to jail over it.
She made that statement and recited a prayer some attribute to George Washington the day after the ban came down, which just so happened to be her turn to lead in prayer.
I didn't want to be directly defiant to the judge. I prayed about how I could draw a line. The more I thought about it, the more it made me angry that we would be told not only that we couldn't pray to who we wanted to, but that we couldn't use certain words.
Frazier says ultimately it was an easy stand to make, even though she and the commission were in the middle of a lawsuit with a possibility of tens of thousands of dollars in fines. The challenge came from a group of residents who said the prayers were divisive. But Frazier says that was never the intent. She contends the commission wanted to be respectful of others, but remain true to their convictions.
The idea of inviting people to pray with us, we said we wouldn't do that. It would just be the board. So, yeah, we kind of looked at the law and tried to be within it, but still asked for wisdom and guidance as we conducted our business.
Still, the plaintiffs say they felt the prayer policy was coercive and insulting.
I reached a point, as others have, where you just get tired of going to the meetings and being an excluded class of individuals.
The case is still pending, but Frazier's hopeful she's on the winning side after the Supreme Court ruled in favor of legislative prayers earlier this year. She believes her case, and others like it, point to a decline in religious liberties.
I guess that's what motivates me to stand up for the Lord, is because we will not be America if we push God out. All of these things are to try and limit religion.
While she's received plenty of support for taking a stand for Judeo-Christian values, she's also faced a lot of backlash, with some even suggesting this was all a stunt to sway voters for their support.
That was the furthest thing from my mind, just like every other issue. I even tried hard not to politicize it, which is one of the reasons I'm having this interview now and not before the election, because I didn't even want to give the impression that I was trying to do that, because this wasn't about that at all.
And for those who know her best, like longtime friend and lawyer Bob Lennon, they say Robin Frazier is as genuine as they come.
She's an amazing person. As I say, she doesn't have an ego. She's just a genuinely good person, and she's exactly what a public servant should be. She's there to serve and help people.
In June's Maryland primaries, Frazier lost her re-election bid to a fellow Republican. She concedes possibly in part because of the battle over prayer. Unfazed, she says she wouldn't change a thing, and is proud of her political record and the stand she made for her Christian faith.
It was much, much bigger than me, and it made me know that I was in the right place at the right time to be used of God, and maybe that was the full purpose I was in here this 4 years.
John Jessup, CBN News, Westminster, Maryland.